Today I am going to continue with the lesson Money and Credit, and the topic is sources of credit. These sources of credit are formal and informal. So what are the formal sources of credit? First, it includes banks and cooperatives. These sources charge less rate of interest. Reserve Bank of India supervises the functioning of the formal sources of credit. Now, what is this supervisory function of RBI? I will tell you over here. What the Reserve Bank of India supervises all the banks in the country. Now, the money which is issued by the RBI is circulated by the other banks. Now, the RBI supervises that these banks, whether they are maintaining the minimum cash balance, that is 15%, to lend to the loan to the all the sections of the society. That is, they are not only lending the money to the rich households, the big businessmen, but also to the poor people or the small borrowers and people running the small scale industries as well. Next is, the motive of the formal sector is social service. As you know very well, people, they get the loans from the banks, as you read in the newspaper, for house loan, for car loans, etc., because they can raise their standard of living as well as they can help enhance the infrastructure of the country as well and the development of the nation. Now here comes the informal sources. You know what are these informal? These includes money lenders, friends, relatives, employers and traders, etc. But they charge very high rate of interest. Next is, there is no organization which supervises the credit activities. Means they can charge any type of rate of interest, and the mode of repayment to get back from the borrowers, nobody is going to check. They may use any harsh methods even. And the motive is of the informal is the profit making. They are not concerned with the welfare, but their main purpose is to earn as much as money. Now, from these sources, we should know who gets what, formal and informal sources. Means who are the which section of the society are going to benefit. Now, in urban areas, 90% loans by rich households are taken from the formal sector, whereas 85% loans by the poor households are taken from informal sectors. Now, next says the rich households are availing cheap credit from formal lenders, whereas the poor households have to pay a large amount for the borrowings. So, what is the need of these formal sectors in the country? Now, it is necessary that banks and cooperatives increase their lending, particularly in the rural areas, so that the dependence on informal sources of credit reduces. While formal sector loans need to expand, it is also necessary that everyone receive these loans from the banks. Now here, the poor people now, they are finding very innovative ideas to help themselves, and that is the self-help groups and the cooperatives. Here I will tell you a little bit about these cooperatives. These cooperatives, what they do, they lend the loan to the poor people, particularly in the rural areas, and they are also known as cooperative societies. Now, for example, weavers cooperatives, farmers cooperatives and industrial workers cooperatives, etc. And here one example is given of the Krishak cooperatives, where people, they pool their resources. Those are the member of this Krishak cooperatives. Total members are 2,300, and they deposits the amount as well, and with the money which they pool together, they use that deposited money as a collateral with the bank, gets the loan from the bank, and that loan is given to the members for the different purposes. For example, construction of the houses, buying the agricultural implements, to carry on other agriculture activities, for example fisheries, etc. And another way, that is self-help group, I am going to teach you in the next session.